He was a wonderful fiddle player.
Hmm.
That Jenny Lind, man, he could really play that. That was a powerful number.
Yeah. I'm not sure I know how Jenny Lind goes exactly the way he did it. Did you cut that once?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's in Uncle Pino there.
Oh, oh, that one?
That's
Okay.
it. Oh, the people would come from far away, they danced all night till the break of day. When they called her hollering, don't you know your new Uncle Pino was ready to go? But in the evening about sundown, on a hill and above the town, Uncle Pin played the fiddle, Lord, how it rang, you'd hear it talk, you'd hear it sing. John, I'll never forget the old days. They was wonderful. Had some wonderful times up there at Rosine and went to school, you know, and worked hard. Back in the early days when all my brothers had left there, you know, and I would drive 4 horses and haul telephone poles or haul cross ties or coal, you see. And when I was 16, I was making into a stout man already.
How about Arnold Schultz? Did he play the fiddle any?
He could play the fiddle some,
Yeah.
but he was a powerful guitar man.
Yeah.
He could play the blues, you know, the old Southern blues, and he was a fine fellow too. Well, I like the way that Arnold Schultz played the guitar and played the blues. But the way that he played the blues, you know, our music was much faster. So his kind of music wouldn't work in bluegrass. So you had to put blues in a little bit different style and a little bit faster. And then we moved on up north, you know, and I went to work at Sinclair Refinery Company. Worked there about 4 or 5 years. But music, I was working hard on music, you know, when I had some time off and practicing. And that's when the Monroe brothers was together.
Now you started, after you got to Indiana, you started dancing pretty soon.
Yes,
Didn't you have an act? Did you have an actor on WLS?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, we had a good set of square dancers.
When Emmy Lou was making your last special, she danced with Bill Monroe. And that's got to be a unique thing. That was the first time you'd ever really danced with him.
First time I ever danced in public.
Right. But, I mean, he's just such a powerful dancer, and that's his word. You know, did you find that to be the case?
Yes, you warned me about this. He literally came out there and lifted me right up off the ground.
Yeah.
And I was glad for the warning, so that I was sort of prepared for it.
But they were both buck dancing. You know, they
were doing really different things.
Different things. And then he took her like they were square dancing.
Well, he had done gone up there, Charlie had, and they wouldn't take him on there. And I went there in 1939, and Solomon Judge and Harry Stone and David Stone, they was going out to get have them some coffee. They told me they'd be right back, and they'd listen to me. They come back, and I run over 2 or 3 numbers for them. They told me, I said, I could start on the Grand Ole Opry that Saturday night, and or if I want to go ahead and look for another job, you know, in another radio station. I said, no, I want to be right here. And they said, well, if you ever leave here, you'll have to fire yourself.
Wow.
So I've been there ever since.
What someone has taken from
told me one time you have a philosophy of hard work to keep you healthy, and I've always liked to hear that. Tell me that again.
Well, I've always liked to work, and I've never been a lazy man. I like to work. And back in the early days, on up in my 20s and early 30s, I was a stout man.
Les used to talk about how strong Monroe was. He said Monroe would put the whole band on his shoulders, the whole band, and walk down the street with him.
When I had 5 working for me, I carried them all at one time. Well, I like for him to know the time of the music and make a good sound come out of his guitar or the banjo, whatever he's playing, and that helps out a lot. And don't try to put in some chords or some notes that don't belong in the music. Play it like it was wrote.